share. That was a belated Father's Day present that hadn't turned up in time. Oh, I've come for some peace. Whew. So, it's needs a tidy up in here. All me video equipment and stuff like that. Plus, of course, they just chuck crap in here, don't they? Fill the place up. So, I haven't really had a lot of time to talk these days. Today, guys, it's just been a little bit on the hectic side, and then I didn't feel like it after I'd taken the grandkids home. Had them up the park this morning, well, early this afternoon, before I took them home and that, because we had them last night. And I got picked up by the NPR, number plate recognition, pulled me on. They got me just up past Kellythorpe. I was taking the grandkids home, and I'm annoyed with myself. Yeah, the fines are a bit hefty, but it's myself I'm annoyed with for not taking more notice. But basically, my car's MOT ran out last month, so you don't get points for that, but it's £100 fine. So, you know, I mean, the laws are there to protect us. You know, I mean, it's people say, well, it's, you know, it's not right. You're not going to say it's not right, are you, when somebody's un-MOT'd, unroadworthy car comes careering off the road and injures or, God forbid, kills a family member or something like that, are you? You know, so I mean, it's, you know, it's all fair at the end of the day. I mean, yes, that could happen technically anyway, but you know, you do have to make sure that your cars are roadworthy. So it's just one of them things. So that's £100 that I can do without giving away, but ho hum, happens to us all. God, it's so close at the minute. I find it hard to breathe. It's really muggy weather. When it started off, I'm looking at it now. It's got a really strange streaked cloud pattern at the minute. But hang on a minute. Look at that. Quite a pattern, really, isn't it? How it's just got them long straight lines. Yeah, it's sort of moving in from a sort of southwesterly direction. But yeah, it's just been quite a day, really. So then, of course, the coppers issued me a ticket anyway. He didn't seize my car. He said, "Where are you going?" I said, "Well, I'm taking the grandkids home." He says, "Right." He says, "Well, you'll have to sort it out tomorrow." I said, "Well, I'll take it into Dolly's." Well, actually, I said, "I'll take it into Dobby's." And I said, "No." He said, "Dolly's." I said, "Yeah." So I don't know where Dobby's came from. So, yeah, I'll have to get it booked in the morning and run it down there. So, yeah, what had actually happened was, I remember seeing a certificate. Well, it's not a certificate you get anymore, is it? It's basically a printout, because it's all held online now on the online databases. You can get yourself a reminder via text, but you have to pay for it. So, you know. So, but what had happened was the wife had some paperwork out. About 4 or 5 nights ago, I came in and she had all this paperwork out that she was going through and what have you. And we have all car insurance stuff and what have you in this plastic wallet, which was on the bed next to her. And I looked in and the thing on the back was, I looked no further, you could see it was an MOT printout. And I just had a quick squint at the date. And the date was something like, was it August or September? Might have been September, I can't remember, but it was like something like the 17th of, it was either August or September, so I thought, oh well, I'm fine. But what I hadn't checked was the year. And that document was actually not for the car I've got now, it was actually for my old Citroen C5 Estate, which I don't have anymore. But yeah, apparently mine ran out on the 10th of May, I think he said. That's what it says on the ticket anyway, something like that. So yeah, fun times. But yeah, I've just been editing a video actually. I've just rendered it and exported it, so I've got that to put up on the tube later. It's for a headset that I unboxed some time ago actually. And then I've got some more reviews to do. Well, I've got a review and an unbox with a review, and I think I've got some more stuff coming as well, so things are still sort of steady away in that department despite Brexit. So but yeah, that Farage is a lying git, isn't he? I don't know if you've seen it, but he basically told lies to get everybody on his side, didn't he? You know, as far as I can see, it was a straight out lie. You know, he basically admitted that he was wrong to have said it. So, and that was over the NHS, wasn't it? He said that they'd have all this money extra if they weren't paying the EU. They'd have this money extra to pay towards the NHS and expanding that. And then afterwards he's saying, well, no, obviously we won't have all that money to spend on the NHS. Nice man. So, but yeah, of course it's causing a lot of kerfuffle at the minute, isn't it, over, you know, they're trying to get another referendum going, and you see, the thing is, technically they could get out of it right now anyway, and that's because when he extended the deadline for your vote, that was actually an illegal move. It actually renders it obsolete anyway. So you know, I mean, there's always that, but obviously he's just basically dumped it in the lap of whoever takes his job, hasn't he? You know, he's saying, why should I do the shit work? Which, I suppose, to a certain extent, I agree with him. You know, why would you? You know, you wanted to do this and lead people into this and what have you, and then they turn around and basically don't follow you, then why should you go ahead with all the crappy paperwork and sorting everything out afterwards? You know, so from that point of view, I agree with the guy. You know, I'm not a follower of him, but you know, everyone to their own and that. So yeah, just looking at that old tripod. I've got this really old tripod, and I keep thinking, do I dump it? And I'm like, I mean, it's got a couple of broken bits on it, but the thing is, the main reason I still hang on to it is that it goes like head height tall, which, you know, unless you pay out serious money, most tripods don't do that these days. You know, this one will actually crank right up to sort of like my head height, you know, and point a camera basically directly in my face when I'm standing up, which is why I'm hanging on to it really. It's you know, I mean, it'll hold some heavy equipment as well with that one, so if I ever did get a bigger camera, it's what is it, a slick something or other, I can't remember what it was now. A slick 88, yeah. I remember actually when I got it that there was a part missing that I had to get, and what it was, let me just get it. It was just that. That's all that was missing, and that's the bit that you screw into the base of your camera, and then that locks into the top of the tripod. I mean, it's got a screw missing. I've sort of looked on eBay, and what it is, it's a bottom screw for the main rod that winds up the middle for the post, and it locks up after you've wound it to height. You lock that in place, and you lock the top one in place, and that holds it tight. The top one's still there, but the bottom one is missing. It's just got some tape wrapped around it, and that's the top one there. Now, I can't remember. What I need to do is dismantle it, take that top one off, and see if it'll fit the bottom threads, because the parts are selling all over eBay, but there's no bottom ring, and the bottom ring doesn't have these on. Doesn't have these little wings on it, because they'd get in the way of the bit of the tripod. So what I need to do is see if that top ring will fit the bottom threads, because there's loads of them for sale on eBay for about £5 or something like that. So I might just pick one of them up. I mean, the winder's got a crack in it as well, but you know, just for sort of indoor use, it's perfectly all right. You know, I mean, it's not the quickest thing to set up, you know, but it's okay. It does the job. And the other one's just fine. And I've got a little lightweight thing downstairs that's absolutely fine, just for, like, you know, chuck it up when you're out and about sort of thing. It's very quick to open and close and set up. But, it's just, weather's so warm, innit? Just warm and real close and muggy. We always complain about the weather as Brits, don't we? So, I hope you've all had a good week and a good weekend anyway. I mean, I've just been watching a bit of YouTube actually before I came up here while I was eating my tea, which I just had beef and chips. I'd bought the beef yesterday, and while I was out I get this call. Well, yeah, I got a call when I got to my daughter's actually saying that they didn't fancy having veg dinner and stuff like that. They just wanted chips. So I thought, alright, fine, that's what you're getting then. Somebody else said he still wanted Yorkshire puddings. I thought, I'm not doing beef, chips and bloody Yorkshire puddings. It's either beef and chips or you have a sodding dinner. And they didn't want a dinner, so we've had beef, chips and gravy. So it was tasty enough anyway. It was a nice bit of beef. So, but yeah, I just got my mower back earlier as well. My son had borrowed that. He burnt his out the other week and hasn't got himself another one yet, so he borrowed that. And then, of course, you get the obligatory, can you pick me up this and drop it off, and can you do this and drop this off, and what was it, I ended up, there was the wife had got some second hand off, you know them Facebook pages like stuff for free and for sale in the Driffield and Bridlington area or something like that. It was one of them. And the wife had bought these football boots for the grandson, which she got the wrong size anyway, but I went and got them anyway, and I just slipped a fiver through the letterbox and picked the boots up from outside because they weren't in. And then while I was there I had to take some nappies and some Piriton up to the other grandkids in the town. While I was there I picked up my mower, came back, and then I had to get on with tea basically, which was running a bit late, so, but we've had it now anyway. So, but you know what I mean, it's all them little bits running around here and there after you've been shopping and stuff like that. Then you always get a text while you're shopping, don't you? I picked myself up a couple of bargain toothbrushes anyway. That's what I normally do. I usually, when my toothbrush is getting worn, I just go and have a look at the offers. And they had these okay looking Colgate ones for £1 each, so I bought two. Yeah, my other one, I bought one of those electric ones last time, but you've got to buy like brushes for it and keep putting batteries in it, and to be honest I don't rate it. It's not a very good one, so it can go in the bin as far as I'm concerned. I'm not going to put more brushes on it. I got it when it was on a deal anyway. I think I paid about £3-4 for it, something like that, and I've had it in quite a few months now, so it's time to get rid, really. So, but yeah, I need to have a good tidy up here. Got boxes and all sorts everywhere. And then they keep chucking bloody stuff. Oh, look at that, kids' toys. That's some of my stuff up there. Another box with some other crap behind it over there. That other box at the back that's got bloody wrapping paper in it and all sorts. And there's stuff all down there. It's just ridiculous, you know. That's the sort of thing I have to put up with all the bloody time. You know, and I'm sitting on a bed that's just here like, and then if somebody comes, I've got to pack all that up and move it all across and make sure they can get into the wardrobes for hanging clothes up and stuff. It's just chaos. Yet the other side of this wall, I've got a room that basically doesn't really get used until the weekend, and it's just, it's a mess, absolute mess. It wants gutting, redecorating, everything. But whenever I mention it, no, we still need that. So I'd basically just get this poxy little square here. Right, moan over. You know, sometimes you get going, don't you? Then you realise you're moaning and you think, okay, moan over. Ah dear, gets it out of your system. But yeah, it's been one heck of a day. What is that up there? I think it's a roof vent, but it looks like a bird box on the roof. Strange, never noticed it before. So I was driving home. Where was I? I'd been and got the pizza last night, and because I was outside of Driffield, I came out, and the way the traffic was, I came out down the bypass, and don't normally see them. You normally see like a lot of crows down there picking up like all the, all the carcasses and what have you, dead rabbits and stuff like that. And I thought, I was coming along, and I thought, because it was coming quite low over the road, and I thought, that's a big crow. And like when the weather's bright, all you see is like a silhouette, don't you? You can't really tell what things are until you get close up. And I was practically right under it. It must have only been about 30 foot above me, something like that. And that was when I noticed the colours in the wings. So I did like a double take, and it was no wonder it looked such a big crow. It was actually a buzzard, but it was so big it wasn't a honey buzzard. It was just a common buzzard. We do get them in the area, but you wouldn't normally see them like over the bypass like that. So must have been hungry and got dragged down that way. But yeah, we do get them over some of the fields in the area and what have you. But they tend to stay clear of man, quite rightly so, really, because of course they get hounded out and hunted, don't they? But you do see some damn big ones occasionally. Yeah, I mean, I was even going to vlog from the toilet earlier. I didn't in the end. I thought, no, I won't subject them to that. But, see, there's just no way you can get any peace and quiet. There really isn't. But I think I've rambled on long enough anyway, guys. Oh, by the way, if you use Facebook, what do you make to the new bloody noises that they put on? Can't remember. Was it the update before the last one? I can't remember. And all of a sudden you like something or share something and it make these stupid bloody noises. Oh, did my head in. Proper did my head in. Straight into settings. Noises off. Can't be doing with that. There was something I was going to say, but I can't remember what it was. Something. Can't remember. Must have been a lie, if I can't remember. What? I've put that chest of drawers over there as well. I wonder what that was sitting on. It's time for a word again, I think. Anyway, guys, with all that said, I am going to disappear. I'm going to go back to me editing, and with any luck, people won't talk while I'm trying to do my editing. Even though you got headphones on, you know what it's like. You can still hear people, can't you? So you keep turning the volume up, and then they come in and tap you on the shoulder. Oh, can I just... It's right. I'm going to go. I'm getting myself worked up here, guys. Been a ropey weekend, so... But, yeah, take care of yourselves, guys. I'm sure I'll still be around next week. Cheers, guys. See ya.